Media Group.
Welcome to A Sandwich and Some Lovin' podcast. I'm Kelly Raspberry Evans with my husband and podcast co-host, the very jolly Alan Evans.
A train in the house.
It's that time of the year for Holly Jolly. Oh, y'all, it was. It's our favorite time of year.
Oh, yes.
The time when we have to go up in the attic.
Oh, I love it.
And get down the Christmas decorations. Every year I question, is this the year? Is this the year that our marriage finally just crashes and burns with everything that comes crashing out of the attic and landing on my head? But yet we survived it, honey. We survived it.
Why don't you pull back the kimono and tell everybody you're painting me to be the Grinch?
You don't like getting down Christmas.
Why don't you tell everybody what you saw when you came back from Florida?
Yes,
what did you see when you came back from Florida?
Very nice surprise. Alan made me close my eyes and he led me outside because I always park in the back, so I never really see the house from the front. And while I was gone, he strung lights around the house, around the frame of the house, I guess you say, the ceiling and around the flower bed. I said, how did you do this by yourself? He said, no, he had the pool guy help him. I guess the pool guy does lights too.
He did.
I was so happy because, always in our cul-de-sac, we're the holdouts. And I remember I was telling you, I was so upset Alan threw away all of our deer and I didn't know what we were going to do. And so then I went away to the kids trip and I came back and voila, lights were strung.
Winter Wonderland?
It's beautiful. I feel like we're actually participating.
Winter Wonderland.
Yes.
I don't know what a Winter Wonderland is. Winter Wonderland.
Winter Wonderland. So that was nice.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, eventually we got to get the tree down too. We got to do the tree. And, that's always a lot of fun.
I saw a bit today where, I don't know, maybe people have been doing this for a while, but they just wrap the decorated tree in saran wrap.
Yeah.
Have you seen this?
My aunt, I didn't used to wrap my tree in saran wrap, but I used to, I miss it so bad.
The decorated tree.
Yeah.
No, with ornaments and lights, and you just wrap the saran wrap all the way around and then take that SOB up into the attic.
How can you, I don't understand how you do that part. I used to have a garage that had an added bonus storage closet, I guess, and I could put and I had a pencil tree at the time, and I could put the whole thing in there just standing up, lit and everything, and that was really easy to maneuver, but we don't have a way to do that, and I don't know how we would saran wrap that tree and get it up there. I don't know how that would work. You could leave it standing in the corner of your man cave all year.
But then when you get it down the next year and unwrap the saran wrap, do all the ornaments stick to the saran wrap? Do they fall off? How would that work?
I don't know.
And then you have to reshape the tree with the ornaments on it. I don't think that would work.
You are good. You are great at fluffing a tree. You're a great fluffer.
I mean, I'm a good fluffer.
You are. You're great at that because I don't want to do that. That is so annoying to me.
A lot of people don't want to be the fluffer, no.
But decorating it, I'll do it. I'll do it. But I don't know what happened to me over the years. I used to really get excited about decorating a tree, and the older you get, it's just like a hassle. And my mother said the same thing to me. She used to get so mad, well, not mad, I wouldn't say, but just couldn't understand and frustrated that her mother, my mother Price, didn't want to put up a tree or decorate. And my mama thought she was always such a Scrooge, you're such a Scrooge. And my mama's like, I totally get it. My parents, finally, they just do a tabletop tree, and they have a handful of decorations they put up there, and they're done with it. And the only reason my mother does that is because my daddy thinks they should put up something. Otherwise, she wouldn't even do that. What happens to us as we get older and we don't want to do that anymore?
Well, I mean, some people just don't enjoy, me included, don't enjoy putting up a bunch of Christmas stuff.
That's not true. When we first got married,
you
were Mr. Christmas. You were Jiminy Christmas.
I've always been good with a tree and a wreath. That's all you need at the end of the day is a tree, some stockings, and a wreath.
You did the whole banister thing, and you were so proud of it, hanging all of our stockings. You did the whole bit. And then when I'm getting ready for another swap party and I'm pulling down different Christmas decorations, I'm like, why are we holding on to this? We don't use it. Oh, we'll keep that. That's still good. You were still getting all sentimental over these dancing snowmen that don't even dance anymore because the batteries are dead.
Oh, those are the ones you used to get at Hallmark, and you push the button and they do rocking around the Christmas tree. And
I'm like, I'm ready to take those to the swap. And I was like, no, don't do that.
And then when you have little kids, they press the button, I don't know, 10,000 times in a row.
Yeah, they don't do that anymore.
No, they don't.
So I don't know, but we've got the tree up and it's okay.
I think it looks very nice.
I got by. I didn't put out all the... And my daughter's like, well, where's the ornaments of me as a baby on there? I was like, oh, God, I don't think I want to dig for them this year. I just don't feel like it. Is that awful? I'm awful.
Okay, along this same Christmas decoration theme, subject matter, we're going to talk about something here.
What?
Elf on a Shelf. Give me your give me your opinions on the Elf on the Shelf.
Are we doing it this year?
Well, let's talk about it.
First of all,
he didn't say one word. He just said, "Oh, the tree." That's all he said.
See,
what do you think about the Elf on the Shelf?
I'm over it.
You're over it?
Well, I was there for the inception of it. You know, when it first came out, some mother and daughter did the Elf on the Shelf book, and it was so cute. And I went to the little gift shop and did it for Emma Kelly, and it was fine. You know, sometimes the elf would forget to move, and it was a panic situation. But then you have all these people on the internet doing all these over-the-top Elf on the Shelf situations.
Right.
And I'm not interested in that.
Well, here's
again. If I don't even want to put up a tree, why do I want to move an elf around?
So here's some ideas, and tell me if you think we could pull these off. Here's some ideas: an Elf on the Shelf cheat sheet. All parents need this handy guide during the holiday season. Elf arrives on the first day. We've already missed that because it's December the 7th now. What is it?
December the 4th when we're recording this.
Okay, it's December the 4th. I guess you could have started on December the 1st when you put your tree up. But Elf arrives with a naughty or nice list with the child's name on it. Easy.
Yeah.
Just draw a little piece of paper or whatever. Next day, Elf empties flour in the kitchen and makes a snow angel. Getting more creative now. Getting more creative now.
Fun.
Elf is in the car with his seatbelt on. Next day.
And then like a Barbie car.
Yeah. Yeah. Elf in the playroom coloring.
See, these are helpful.
These
to
are
give
okay.
You ideas.
These are okay. Elf leaves a Christmas message made out of candy. Elf eating cheese in the fridge. That's a funny bit. Open the fridge and there's the elf on a shelf. That's funny. These are good. These are actually good. Elf in the laundry room. Elf ziplining on a candy cane. Elf delivers a note from the North Pole in the mailbox. Okay. Elf washes the dishes. Elf takes a nap in a tissue box.
I've done that.
Elf unravels the toilet paper in the bathroom. I've seen that one.
Yeah. It's a naughty elf.
Naughty elf. Elf watches Elf on TV. Not funny.
Have you ever seen Elf in its entirety?
I have. And I will go to my grave saying that movie's not funny.
It's very funny.
It's not funny at all.
Well, you're wrong.
In fact, James Caan, this is a little known fact about Elf.
I know this fact.
James Caan on the set of Elf told, give me his
Will
name.
Ferrell.
Told Will Ferrell, he said, "You're not funny."
But then he saw the movie and what did he say?
He was serious too. He said, "You're not funny."
Yeah, but then when he saw the movie.
When he saw the movie, he said, "The movie is funny."
I get it now.
But he told Will Ferrell on the set when they were making the movie, "You are not funny."
Well, probably because Will was ad-libbing and doing things that James Caan did not get.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't get most of them either. Bah humbug. Elf decorates a mini Christmas tree. Elf is on the couch with 5 days until Christmas note. Elf
Why are you going through all these if we're not doing it?
These are just ideas. Elf takes a spin on the ceiling fan. And then the way you sign it off, Elf is hiding in the Christmas tree with a note, "Merry Christmas." Those are actually like nice and helpful.
Simple.
Those are
things.
simple.
You can steal them.
You can do some of those. Elf riding in the toy car.
We just have to decide if we're doing it at all. Some people take the elf and they like put him under a jar. And they say like there's some reason like why he doesn't move the whole season. There's some reason, but I forget what it is, that you come up with an excuse, because parents do disappoint their children a lot with Elf on the Shelf, unless they're 100% committed.
I wouldn't say we've ever been 100% committed, because how many times? I'd say half the time we remember to move it.
Well, I remember,
and then the next
you're
day,
adamant we do it, and then I'm stuck doing it.
And then the next day it's just sitting there, and then Dill and Cole will come down. They're like, "He didn't move."
Yeah.
I'm like, good gosh.
Yeah.
What a failure. What a failure.
Failure. That's what we do. We fail as parents.
Parenting failure.
We fail at parents quite a lot, actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
Every day.
So I failed as a parent. we went to Jingle Ball. That's why I'm so tired today. Every year we have a Jingle Ball. It kicks off the iHeart Radio Festival. It's always the Tuesday after Thanksgiving, and it's all the way in Fort Worth, and it's so far during rush hour traffic. And then we didn't get home till like 12:30 at night. Blah blah blah. But anyway, we have a lot of really great artists there. There's Jason Derulo, Megan Trainor, Shabuzi, but this guy showed up. If you watched Love Island, Kendall from Love Island was there because he apparently is friends with Kane Brown. They both live in Dallas, and Kane Brown was the headliner. So he's walking around, but all the girls in the crowd, that all they cared about was seeing Kendall. And so I've managed to get my daughter and her friends to meet Kendall. So that was great. And I was like the hero, but I'm like, what kind of parent am I that I even asked Kendall that. I said, do you judge my parenting for allowing my then 17-year-old daughter to watch your show? It was like, it's kind of vulgar, but
It is?
yeah, they do. It's a bunch of hot people messing around with each other and doing really sexy things all the time. But I'm telling you,
that's called an orgy.
well, it wasn't an orgy, but my daughter was judgy of the 8 and 10-year-old girls who wanted a picture with Kendall. She's like, how do they even know who he is? They're too young to be watching that show. I was like, well, I could probably say the same thing at 17. You were probably too young to be watching it. But anyway, he was the big hit of the Jingle Ball. And that's why I'm kind of dragging today because of that. But it was fun. I got to, Jason Derulo, there's been this running joke on the show that I am obsessed with him and I stalk him. And I think Jason Derulo is over that joke.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he kind of tolerates it, but I'm like, yeah, we need to stop doing this show.
Y'all kept going with it though?
Yeah, it's like it's enough.
It's tired.
Well, he used to play along, honestly, and he was kind of funny about it. But now that he's become a father, I think he's maybe just doing things a little differently.
Mm-hmm.
He still does the sexy dances and, sings all the naughty songs and stuff, but just in the interviews and stuff, his whole tone and demeanor seems to have changed, which happens when you become a parent, I guess. Anyway.
I don't know who Kendall is.
Kendall, he was on Love Island. He's a medical
I don't know what
sales rep.
that is.
Well, it's a TV show that was on Netflix, hosted by
I know what
Ariana
Netflix
Madix
is.
from Vanderpump Rules. And a little peek behind the kimono if you care. Kendall said he believes Ariana will be back next season for Love Island. But he's a medical sales rep, which automatically, even if you don't know who he is, that means he's hot. So there's that.
If it's not a unsolved mystery or a true crime
gosh,
documentary, then I don't know what it is right now.
Alan is rooted.
I'm in a whirlpool.
He
I
is
can't get out.
rooted
I cannot get out.
to his chair. Let me tell you how
Good
sexy it is to
grief.
watch your man for 4 days in a row watch nothing but unsolved mysteries from his comfy chair.
Al Bundying. A lot of Al Bundying, aren't I? Left hand, right leg over the arm of the chair.
Yeah, that's all you've done.
Just knocking Pepsis down.
When you weren't begrudgingly getting the tree down in the decor, you sat right there and watched unsolved mysteries while I've
always
done the
enjoyed
decorating.
I've always enjoyed true crime. I got a bunch of true crime books. I like true crime.
What's this unsolved mysteries kick?
It's so creepy.
It is creepy.
I like the ones though that are like they're whodunits, and you never unsolved. You never know like who done it.
Alan's an active participant.
Yes.
He's solving the crimes
Yes.
as he's watching them.
Absolutely. But
He figures it out halfway through. He's like, how can they not see it? It's so obvious.
But the ones like, okay, the chupacabra, the frickin' like
UFO stuff.
the frickin' paranormal.
We don't
I
care.
don't believe in any of that bullshit anyway.
Even if you do believe in it, you're just not interested.
Yeah, you know what? If someone's going to fly like 130 billion light years to get here to Earth, they're not going to be dissecting a cow, okay? They're just not. They're not going to be out here dissecting cows. So the dissected cows aren't because of the UFOs. I don't know what they are, why they are, but they're not UFOs.
Could be a satanic ritual.
Well, they're surgical cuts, and all they took was the rectum and the tongue. Well, I don't think a UFO is going to do that. I really don't.
Poor cows.
Why would you fly all this way and take a tongue and a rectum out of a cow?
Yeah, that's some sort of weird, creepy section.
There's weird
Crap.
Satan stuff
about
going on.
cussed and I stopped.
There's weird Satan stuff going on. Weird devil stuff.
I don't like devil
Anyway.
stuff at all.
I've been watching a lot of that. And today, true story and sad story too. A guy was gunned down in front of the Manhattan Hilton, Midtown Manhattan Hilton. I've stayed at that hotel. I know exactly where that is. I've stayed there several times.
I've walked by it a dozen
Yeah,
times.
but shot in cold blood this morning.
In the back.
And
shot in the back.
And the dude that shot him
Awful.
is still running around at large.
Well, hopefully by the time this podcast airs, they'll find the guy that did it. It's just so sad.
It is sad.
He was the head of United
United
Healthcare. And his wife was saying that he had been getting some threats. And I'm wondering if it's somebody that's just maybe like a disgruntled client that didn't get something covered. You know, people go off the deep end now. They're also crazy. And just decided to seek revenge. I'm wondering if that's what it was. But anyway, it's just tragic and scary.
I guess it's like, I mean, this is like, you know.
Merry Christmas. Why'd you bring that up?
Real life stuff. But they asked his wife, I think NBC News interviewed
That's what I just said.
his wife. And no. And she said he's been receiving threats.
That's what I just said.
You did?
Yeah.
Well, he's been receiving threats. And she said, I mean, she was tending to her children, but she said, that's all I know that he told me.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's sad. Very, very sad.
Thanks for bringing the show down with that, Alan.
I hope I just went from unsolved mysteries to that because it's unsolved.
Can we talk about something happier real quick? My friend Tommy Jean,
Sure.
my best friend since fifth grade, is there. She's in New York City, and she said she was just like by that hotel yesterday in that area. The tree, it was really interesting at the press conference today. The cop got up there and said, "Hey, despite all this, we're still going to do the tree lighting. We're going to go forward with plans as is. Don't worry about that." I'm like, it just seems so cold and callous. It seems so cold and callous, because there was a life that was lost. But that's the sad truth. When you're going through sad times in your life and your world's falling apart, you get in the car and you're just crying and looking around and you're like, how can everybody else be happy right now? How can life be going on? How dare you all be happy when my world's falling apart? But that's just the sad reality as life keeps going on, But she says she's not going to go to the tree lighting ceremony tonight because there's just too many people. She's going to go maybe checking out tomorrow. See, my best friend Tommy Jean, she does New York different than the rest of us. She had never been in her whole life. She and her husband had been around the world, but she'd never been to New York City. And all she wanted to do was go to the Today Show. So I said, we're going to go. So we did a girls trip to New York City and we stayed. And here's a little tip. If you ever go to New York, stay at the Kimberly Hotel. If you can remember that, the Kimberly. It's in a great location. The Kimberly used to be apartments. And they converted them into a hotel. And so they're really nice size rooms. The thing about New York City is the rooms are notoriously small. You can't even open the door to the bathroom hardly because it hits the foot of the bed. The rooms are ridiculously small. But we found the Kimberly, loved it, and that's where she's staying. And but the first time we went to New York City, I got my cousin Mike that lives there to tell us all the restaurants to go to. It was great. And then we're like, well, do you want to go to Times Square? She's like, no, I'll see it the next time. Who goes to New York City and doesn't go see Times Square? Tommy Jean. But she's been back since then and she's seen it. So, man, I don't know if I'd take anybody to Times Square right now. The last time I went with Emma Kelly, we went to see Harry Styles. I couldn't get out of Times Square fast enough. It was so scary and gross.
Really?
Yeah, it was bad. Hopefully they'll clean that back up again.
I haven't been. When's the last time I was in New York City? I've been since we've been married, haven't I?
We went when it was 0 degrees.
You and I went. That's when you face planted at the
9/11 Memorial.
9/11 Memorial.
Yeah, but that was pre-COVID.
Yeah.
So it's been
that was
probably
18 or 19.
That was probably 2020 when we went New Year's Eve 2019 into 2020.
Yeah,
I bet.
Yeah.
I bet that was it. But it was just when I went with Emma Kelly, they've got marijuana dispensaries are everywhere, so that's all you smell everywhere, and people are just. They're mentally ill people. They just like this one woman was sitting in a restaurant drooling and spitting and hacking and up loogies on the floor.
Oh.
A beautiful girl. You could tell she's so beautiful. And everybody's just kind of walking around her and nobody knows what to do. Nobody does anything. It's just, I couldn't get out of there fast enough. I hope they can figure out how to get that cleaned up. But anyway, Merry Christmas again. We need to come up with something happier to talk about. Why don't we
You're just talking about New
do
York.
this and then we're going to reset.
Just talking about New York City.
And talk about something happier. How about that? Because, it is the holiday season. And, one of the favorite part of the holidays for me, at least, is having an excuse to get dressed up. Whether it's for a silly sweater party or if you're going to a black tie gala, some people try to sneak those in. Or maybe you just want to get together with the people you love and wear matching pajamas and watch Hallmark Christmas movies. Well, Pair Eyewear is a fun way to add a little extra something special to your look. And I love Pair Eyewear because it lets me completely transform my glasses in a snap. I went through all the base frame options with their virtual try-on. The Kirby was the best for my face shape. So affordable too. Base frames start at just $60, and that includes the prescription. And the real fun comes when you start picking out the top frames that you can switch up in a literal snap thanks to these teeny tiny magnets. Pair's holiday collection is the cutest, from the poinsettia stained glass to the peppermint pin dot split, from the navy Hanukkah stars to the North Pole after dark. Top frames range from bold and festive to really subtle whispers of the holidays, and they start at just $25, so you can afford to have an entire wardrobe of eyewear to match the holiday, your outfit, or your mood.
Get matching pairs for the little ones, stuff a stocking, or gift a pair to yourself during Pair's site-wide holiday sale. Go to paireyewear.com and shop the holiday sale to save 20% off site-wide. And support the show by mentioning that a sandwich and some lovin' sent you in your post-checkout survey. That's Pair, P-A-I-R, eyewear.com.
You are going to love Legacy Box. You know, becoming a parent changes how you look at memories. While we're savoring and saving every moment with our kids, suddenly you start to realize a lot of important memories from our childhood. They're trapped on VHS tapes, camcorder tapes, photo albums, crammed into boxes labeled "Do Not Throw Away" and shoved into an attic. Those are at risk of being destroyed by heat, moisture, disaster, time. And once they're gone, they're gone. That's why you need Legacy Box now. They're the world's largest digitizer of home movies and photos. And the process is so simple. They send you a Legacy Box and you fill it up with old VHS tapes, pictures, film reels, slides, DVDs, whatever you've got. Their team in Tennessee carefully digitizes it all by hand. They send you back the originals plus digital files on the cloud or a thumb drive. Ordering a Legacy Box is one of the best things I've done for my family, because now instead of just telling my kids about that crazy vacation I took to the mountains when I was a kid, I get to show them and relive it with them. And right now, during Legacy Box's Father's Day sale, you can save big while preserving your family's history. Visit legacybox.com/sandwich to get started today. That's legacybox.com/sandwich. It's the little things that make a big difference in how I feel. Now, for me right now, it's about stretching. I didn't realize how stiff I was until I started doing it. I love when I can stretch a little further than before. It makes me feel refreshed when I'm done. And you know, a little makeup refresh can make all the difference too with Thrive Causemetics, my go-to clean makeup routine year-round. Now, of course, their brilliant eye brightener and Stella champagne is always in my makeup bag. Actually, I need to reorder more. I'm almost out. But it comes in 32 shades, and the Sienna Mint Green Shimmer looks really fun for summer. Their Empower Matte Precision Lipstick Crayon, it's really amazing. It gives you a beautiful color that lasts without feeling dry. They have 18 buildable shades, and I love the Dusty Rose Kaisa color. I think that's how you pronounce it. But the best part, for every product you buy, Thrive donates products and funds to help communities thrive. So far, they've given over $150 million in products and cash to over 600 giving partners. This is beauty with purpose. Amplify your summer look with Thrive Causemetics. Go to thrivecausemetics.com/sandwich for an exclusive 20% off your first order. That's Thrive Causemetics, CAUSEMETICS.com/sandwich.
I have some tidbit news. I don't know if you heard about this. There was a big, we're not going to talk Cowboys this week. We're going to talk.
Good.
We're going to talk University of Texas, Texas A&M. Oh, Longhorns and Aggies. They had a big game. Did you hear the tickets for this game were over $1,000 a piece?
I heard it was the most expensive college game that wasn't like a...
Yeah. Well, I don't have any, I didn't have any skin in this game. You know, I'm not a fan of either team, but I just wanted to watch the game though, because it was kind of a big game. I think Texas University won the game 17-7.
I don't remember.
I think the fighting Texas A&M Aggies only scored 7 points, and it was just their defense that scored the 7 points. So they didn't have a great game, but there were like 100,000 people there or whatever. Really tough game to get into. Did you hear about these two construction workers?
No. They got in, or you wouldn't be telling it.
So there were these two dudes. They dressed up like construction workers, like with the neon vest and the hard hats and everything, and they snuck into the game.
Yeah. But
they got busted.
During the game? Or
yeah,
when?
They got busted like during the game. They hauled them out of the game. But they had it going, but they were wearing name tags. There were two men Man 1, his name tag, Harry Ascrack.
Well, that's where he messed up, huh? So these are Halloween costumes?
Harry Ascrack. Man 2, Duncan McCockiner.
Oh, so that explains your
That explains the
thing
sound
earlier.
check. But yeah, so they roll into the game, and I think they could have maybe pulled it off.
If they
but
had
they had
different-
silly name tags on.
Yeah,
it.
there was I saw something like there was a TikTok or a Instagram or something, and they said basically there was a theory that if you're carrying a ladder, you can get in anywhere. And they tried to show that. They were just like, they had these guys taking a ladder, and they just walked into every building, everywhere they went with a ladder, because people assume you're there to fix something or do something. I met a lady last night, and I didn't want to bust her. She was at the Jingle Ball. She was in this VIP area that I had to check into, make sure my name was on the list, get a wristband, and I work there. You know, I work for the company. I went in there and met her, and she said, "Yeah, I just sneaked in." And she just got in, and it's like, oh, okay. I don't know how people do that, but I think a lot of it has to do with just acting like you're supposed to be there and just moving on. And if they stop you, there you go. And if they don't, you're in.
You know, I was just thinking while you were talking, I've never done that where I have snuck into an event where you have to have a ticket to like get in, to where if you got busted, you're going to be in big trouble. But I just remembered
The big trouble usually is you just get kicked
you
out.
get kicked out. You could be fined for trespassing.
It depends on where it is.
Right. But I do remember years ago, this is way before we met, I was at some work thing, and it was at a hotel. And I remember, like, it was after hours, so we had finished work and everything. So we had gone to dinner, had a few cockatiels, you know. I was probably feeling pretty good. We're walking by this.
This was before me, y'all.
Yes. We were walking by this big ballroom, and they were having a wedding reception. So I go rolling into the wedding reception. I had my suit on. I had a suit on. So I go rolling in the wedding reception and just do the very subtle, just kind of looking around the buffet, you know, pick me up a plate, eating some meat and cheese. They start doing the garter toss. So I kind of get into that bit, you know, I'm like trying to catch the garter, but not really. I didn't want to really catch it, you know, so I'm just like kind of pretending like I'm going to catch it. They were taking pictures. I did the photo bomb from behind some of the pictures. I do remember some of that.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just doing it as a bit. I hope I didn't mess anybody's pictures
Did you
up.
ever get caught?
Never got
Big
caught.
Al's
Never
done that
got
a lot.
caught. Never
he does
got
that
caught.
a lot at hotels. He goes into
Does he?
conventions and stuff. Yeah, but he's always the life of the party. Kid Craddock used to. He subscribed to that theory. Just act like you know what you're doing. And we at one of the award shows right after the Cowboys won, I think what might have been their last Super Bowl.
Oh God, this was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago. It was in the 90s, and we went to an award show. And then as we were leaving, we discovered where the valet was for all the celebrities. And you had to go through this gated area. And Kid and I we acted like we knew what we were doing. We got back there and ended up meeting a lot of celebrities just because you act like you know where you're going, act like you're supposed to belong
Just
there.
act like you're supposed to be there.
And there's that. So I don't want to encourage that too much in this day and age. But
No.
as long as this is just us and we're all harmless.
I mean, I was
We're
in
all
there.
harmless.
I was in there 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and I was doing it for my buddies I was with. They were rolling, laughing.
yeah.
They thought this was so funny. You know,
Yeah.
they thought it was a funny bit. Well, you want to do a little? We'll bring it home for Jerome with a little movie review.
Yeah, we could do that. I forgot we went to see a movie since the last time we were here.
First movie we've seen since, what was the one we'd seen before that?
God. We don't ever hardly go out to movies anymore. There's just nothing that's been like, man, I'm dying to go see that in the theater.
What movie did we see?
I honestly, Alan, I couldn't.
Was it that one
tell
with
you.
Sandra Bullock?
I don't
She
know.
appeared at the end, and
That
I
was
said,
Bullet Train. I think we've been to a movie since Bullet Train, but
what would it be?
I have no idea. But we
Oh,
did
it was the Stuntman one.
Fall Guy.
Fall Guy.
Fall Guy.
And that was good. I loved it.
And the only reason we went was because it was free screening. We
Yeah,
got to go to
yeah,
a
yeah.
free screening. But this one we actually paid money for. We went to see Gladiator II, finally something that we were both kind of interested in. And on the Kid Craddock Morning Show,
Nationally
we
syndicated.
have our movie reviewer, Gray Drake. And she said, you know, I was wondering, do I need to go back and watch the original Gladiator, which I have not seen since it was in the theater 20 plus years ago, right?
One of my top 10 favorite movies.
I said, do we need to go back and see that to see this? She said, no, you don't really. But she also said, this is pretty much the same movie.
A little bit.
But the only thing is that, Emma Kelly says we've been saying his name wrong. I've been saying Pedro Pascal and Paul Mescal. She said it's Paul Mescal. Mescal. Anyway.
But I thought the mezcal plant was like, that's how you make tequila, from the mezcal
Well, he doesn't.
plant. It's spelled the same way.
I don't know. Anyway, he's in it and he's really, really cute. And Connie Nielsen's back, and they credit Russell Crowe, but he is not. They do flashbacks.
They do flashbacks.
But he still gets some movie
spoiler
credit.
alert? Are we doing
No, I don't think this is spoilers. And in fact, there was a scene. It's so funny. Alan and I were both troubled by one scene in particular.
Yes.
That the next morning we woke up and we're cuddling like we do, and he's like, "Spoon." This is Alan. This is my roommate. Spoon, spoon. So we spoon, and he says, "I still can't get over that shark scene." I said, "Alan, I swear to you, that's exactly what I was just thinking about. This scene troubled us so much."
Okay, spoiler alert.
Well, Anna, I thought this was a spoiler alert too. And then Anna told me no, because this is in the trailer, in the movie trailers.
Okay, there's a scene where there's going to be this big fight in the Coliseum.
Right. We all know that's the premise of Gladiator.
Yes.
They fight in the Coliseum.
People fighting in the Coliseum. That's what you do.
To the death.
And they fight baboons, they fight tigers, they fight rhinoceroses.
Is it rhinoceri?
Yeah. All these animals that are running around on the gravel floor in the Coliseum. Well, they get to this one scene where all the gladiators are in there and they're getting ready to fight each other. And the entire Coliseum is filled, 8 to 10 feet deep.
With water.
Water.
It's flooded.
Okay. Not only was the entire Coliseum filled with water, it had to be salt water because there's a bunch of great white sharks running around in there.
Bunch of sharks. And this troubled us so much that we both woke up the next day still thinking about it. So I was like, I'm going to Google it. I'm going to look it up and see if it's possible. And you know what? It was possible. They
not
said,
the great white sharks.
Not the shark part. Because apparently some of the critics have been asking Ridley Scott, the director, about it. And, you do have to take some creative liberties when you make a movie. But when I looked it up, they said there was one Roman emperor who actually flooded the Colosseum.
Flatus?
So I don't remember the name, but he flooded the Colosseum so they can reenact ship battles. And so I was like, oh my gosh. But they also said in this thing, it's highly doubtful that there were sharks involved. Number one, they said because at this point in history that the Romans wouldn't have been very familiar with sharks. Transporting them from the ocean with the salt water would have been very problematic.
You
so
think?
They said, well, that's what they were saying. But Ridley Scott was saying, well, how do you know? I mean, he's trying to defend his creative choice in using the sharks. But the fact is, they're saying on Google that it was possible to flood the thing so they could reenact a ship battle. That bothered us both to no end. But
I get that it's not a documentary about Roman history.
Right.
But it is a movie that's supposed to be somewhat realistic. And if you have a scene... Okay, let me preface all this by saying I loved the movie. It was a great movie. It
was fun, yeah.
2 thumbs up. I thought it was
intense. I was balled up in a ball.
No, it was,
and these people were talking beside me so loud I had to get up and move. So awful.
Okay, it was a great movie, but this one scene just disturbed me and troubled me so much I couldn't stop thinking about it.
The sharks?
The sharks. Okay, fine. Maybe you can flood the Coliseum. I don't see how that's possible, but maybe you can. But then what do? You go fishing and try to catch 10 great white sharks with like a rod and reel, or what?
I know, that's why.
And then what do? You put them in a big cement container filled with.
That's why I'm saying
there was no big glass containers.
He made a creative choice.
So then if you do that, what do? Do you load it onto a wagon and then horse-drawn carriages to the Coliseum? And then what do? Do you dump this thing over the side of the Coliseum into the water? It just didn't make any sense.
We've gone over that. It does not make sense.
Well, I'm disturbed.
I thought you would have been over it by now.
No, It's like Big Al yelling, yo, yo, yo. I'm still not over that either.
Okay. Oh my gosh. There's that. Now my daughter, she's wanting me to go see Wicked with her. She's already seen it once, but she really wants to go back and see it with me. So I'm going to have to do that. I'll just be honest. I told her, I said, I am so over Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo and all of their interviews.
What are they doing?
Their interviews promoting this movie. They are so annoying.
Like, what do they do?
They're like, everything is like, oh, I'm so touched. This movie, it's been so moving. And they're crying and they're on the verge of tears. Anytime anybody pays them a compliment, my daughter's giving me the side eye.
Are they holding hands while they're...
It's true, though, Emma Kelly. They're annoying in the
Are
interviews.
they holding hands when they're doing this?
Yes, they always are holding hands. Emma Kelly said that shouldn't deter me from seeing the movie. But sometimes I have a problem celebrating real life personalities with the characters they're portraying, right?
Yeah.
But I will go see it with her because I want to do things with my daughter while I still can. I don't think I've ever talked about it on this podcast before, but one day I was walking past the windows going upstairs and I noticed this greasy cooking smell. You know what I mean? It turns out it was our blinds. Something about the sun was breaking them down over the years. And who knows how long they were there before we bought our house. We needed new blinds bad, and that's what led me to 3-Day Blinds. I absolutely loved how easy they made the whole process. They send a professionally trained design consultant to your home. It's a free, no obligation, same-day quote. And they've got thousands of options to fit any budget and style. It's not just blinds. They've got shades, shutters, drapery too. 3-Day Blinds even has those motorized smart blinds that work with Alexa. Those are so cool. They take all the measurements. They handle the installation too. And it's perfect because I'm not handy. And what a difference it's made. This is an upgrade that makes your whole house feel refreshed and polished without having to do a big renovation. Right now, get quality window treatments that fit your budget with 3-Day Blinds. Head to 3dayblinds.com/sandwich for their buy one, get one 50% off deal on custom blinds, shades, and drapery. For a free, no charge, no obligation consultation, just head to dayblinds.com/sandwich. One last time, that's buy one, get one 50% off when you head to the 3dayblinds.com/sandwich. You can't scroll your phone for more than 30 seconds without seeing somebody talking about GLP-1s. Maybe you've been close to trying them, but you're not a needle person, or maybe you're looking for a natural alternative. Well, let me introduce you to our podcast sponsor, Veracity. Their Metabolism Ignite, it's a natural plant-based GLP-1 alternative that is doctor-recommended and clinically proven to help reduce hunger. Just 2 capsules with breakfast every morning. It's all you need. And one of the first things I noticed was I wasn't thinking about food all day, that food noise you always are constantly battling. Metabolism Ignite has no allergens, no caffeine, no negative side effects, and we love that. It's shown to reduce hunger by 85% and clinically proven to help lose an average of 9 pounds in 90 days. We really love that. Look, this stuff is sold out 10 times for a reason. So before it sells out again, make the switch to GLP-1s the natural way. Head to veracityhealth.co and use sandwich for up to 65% off your order. Once again, that's VERACITY health.co for up to 65% off. Make sure you use our promo code SANDWICH so they know we sent you.
Okay.
Do you want me to tell that? All right, Emma Kelly wants me to tell everybody.
Okay, there's some new news coming in right now.
You know how
a producer just passed us a note.
You know, here, if you listen to this podcast,
this is breaking news.
You get scoop here that I don't reveal.
No.
I still haven't talked about my veneers on the Kid Craddock Morning Show.
National
you know,
Syndicate.
That's been a big deal. That's just been between us, right?
We are opening up the kimono.
Here is the big behind the scenes reveal.
Hold on.
Number 2.
Oh, we don't have.
My daughter.
I don't have a drum
I'm
roll.
not betraying her confidence. Well, you can do it with your tongue.
Okay.
My daughter has given me permission to reveal she got a tattoo. You're live. And Kelly wants to show you. And here you go. If you're listening to this podcast, you can now go look it up on YouTube because we do record this live
hold on, Emma Kelly.
on a YouTube audience.
And here's the thing. Emma Kelly's first tattoo.
She's so excited. She wants to show you on YouTube.
She put it on her head.
See, Alan's giving her a hard time.
Let's see it, Emma Kelly. Bring it in here.
Yeah.
That's hardcore.
And what can I say?
First tattoo on her head.
Get close. Can you get close? Emma Kelly's going to get close and lean in.
There it is,
everybody.
There it is.
Can you see it? It's the state of Texas outlined behind her right ear.
Wow. Wow.
You know what? Okay, so here's the thing. Sit down, Emma Kelly, since you're here. So Emma Kelly told me she was going to go to her sister Cameron's house to take vocal lessons. Why are you taking vocal lessons?
Because I want to sing Defying Gravity like Cynthia Erivo.
Yeah, that's the only
Oh,
reason.
wow.
She doesn't want to perform on stage. She just wants to sing in the car and in her room like Cynthia Erivo does.
You want to give us a little bit?
No.
Yeah, okay.
So she's practicing singing from her diaphragm. So anyway, Alan and I were just exhausted. We were taking a nap and I had my ringer turned off. And apparently Emma Kelly was calling me to let me know that they were leaving the vocal lesson to go get a tattoo. And
Get quoted for a
to go
tattoo.
get quoted for a tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I woke up, the deed had already been done. And I was like, okay. My only problem with she's 18. She turned 18 in October. I can't, it's not like she got some big giant horrifying tramp stamp or something. Anyway,
Nothing wrong with the tramp
nothing
stamp.
wrong.
We've been through this.
I said my only thing was did you lie to me? Did you
Whoa.
mislead? That was my thing. Did you tell me you were going to get a voice lesson as a cover up to go get the tattoo? And she said,
No, it was a spur of the moment decision. But we did practice singing. You heard my voice after that. It was shot.
so Emma Kelly went down to, I'm sure, a very reputable tattoo parlor.
Yes.
And got this thing. And what did you said? Talk about the experience.
It was good. My sister has the same tattoo in the same spot, but she got it like 10 years ago.
When she turned 18, she went on
Or
her on her 18th
So,
birthday,
like, 11
practically.
years ago. It was on her 18th birthday. She got this one. It didn't hurt. Like it didn't. It just
It was like a scratch, right?
Yeah. I was nervous that it would hurt, but then it didn't.
And she didn't tell. She told me first. Was that the first one you told?
Well, she came in.
Did you tell your friends first?
No, I texted you. I called you, and I wanted to tell you first. But then then you seemed mad on the text. So then I called. I called Emily. And
I didn't seem. I was just like I was making sure you didn't lie. You didn't do this, behind my back.
But so then I called Emily, and I was like, I'm scared. I'm gonna get in trouble. And she was like, It's okay. Show her how you can hide it with your hair.
Mm-hmm.
So I showed you how I could hide it with my hair.
But did you get in trouble?
No.
Okay. So and what did your dad listen to? What her dad said when she told him he got a tattoo?
Well, they were shocked, him and my stepmom. And then, what did he say? Don't get one, or he said, don't get a tattoo of a martini glass.
That was
Wow.
a dig at me.
Wow.
That was a dig at me. Just don't get a martini glass.
Mm.
So anyway, that's the end of that. And McKelly's very proud. She still hasn't shown Jerry and Connie Raspberry.
They will not be shown.
Well, you don't think they're going to find out about it now?
They're going to find out about it.
Oh, they're going to find out about it now. No, but other people do and tell them
Oh,
stuff.
yeah. This is
Guys, don't tell them.
This is
please.
worldwide.
Don't tell them.
Oh,
I'm going to get in so much trouble with them.
Oh, they're going to find
Yeah,
out.
it's over. You wanted.
Grandmama was shaking in anger whenever she showed her tattoo. And I'm only 18, and she was
Yeah.
56 when she got it. So, right?
I don't remember.
She was in her 50s, but I'm 18. So don't tell them, guys.
Wait a minute. You're not 57 yet.
Yes,
I am.
You're 57?
she's turning 58 in April.
Shows you how much I'm paying attention.
Anyway, there's that.
There's that.
Let me just tell you, honey, you're going to get busted. That's why I was like really surprised, but
Guys, come on. Don't tell them.
it's going to come out. So there's that. Congratulations on.
Congratulations.
And now McKelly wants to
Wow.
go out and get a tattoo with me.
Wow.
We want to get matching 13 tattoos because it's our family's lucky number. Everyone in the comments, tell Mom that it's a good idea.
Okay. Alan was telling her that every Friday the 13th is tradition at tattoo parlors.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
That people go in and you can get a free 13 tattoo wherever. But I'm like, do I really want to
No,
go
it's
in?
not. It's not free.
It's not free.
No.
It's like reduced price or something.
Yeah.
I'm like, do I really want to go in a mass produced frenzy of 13 tattoos? I don't think I want to do that necessarily.
It's part of the fun.
Is it fun?
Yeah, I've done it. I've got 2 13 tattoos.
Where?
I also have a Texas on my forearm with a 13 in it, and I have a panther on my shoulder. Its spots are 13s.
Did you go in on the 13th to do it on a Friday the
did.
13th?
I did.
Well, we've got one coming up this week, but I think it's a little too soon.
No, it's not.
This coming Friday is Friday the 13th.
It's not too soon.
I don't know. We'll think about it.
No, it's not. It's in next
December the 13th is a Friday.
Yeah.
Which is also.
Taylor Swift's birthday.
That's right. That's
Oh, wow.
right. And Taylor Swift's lucky number's 13 too. Man, and maybe the stars are aligned for us to do it.
Yes. Yes.
I don't know. We'll think about it. Grandmama's going to kill us both. All right. Emma Kelly's.
Hi, Carolyn.
Oh, did you? Yeah, Carolyn. You see your precious little Emma Kelly got her tattoo? Yeah. So this is, if you're just listening to the podcast, you can tune in when Alan and I do record it. 9 times out of 10, we record it on YouTube. So you can take part in our little family of podcast viewers that watch on YouTube.
News you can't get anywhere else. There she goes. There she goes. The first
big
one.
reveal of Emma Kelly's tattoo.
First one in the family with a tattoo on her head.
She doesn't like when you say that, Alan.
It's on her head.
She doesn't like that. She doesn't like that.
What's wrong with that?
Just stop it. She doesn't like it.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
That's where it is.
Bye, honey. All right, so that's it. There's your big reveal.
All right.
What are you going to do?
I don't know. You guys tell me.
The only thing
I thought I was special here. I was the only one with a tattoo. Now everybody in the family's got one.
No, I'm not really. She really, honestly, she wants to get my mother's handwriting tattooed on her. She's like, I'm like, well, I don't know how that's going to go over. Maybe my mama wouldn't be upset when she knew it's like, maybe she'd think that's sweet that Emma Kelly wants it on her. I don't know. We'll let you know the fallout because I guarantee you somebody's going to tell Jerry and Connie Raspberry. So,
100%.
Next podcast, you'll hear the fallout from that big reveal.
There's a lot of tattling that goes on this thing.
Oh, so much.
Yeah.
In the meantime, you ready to go? You ready to bring it home?
I am. I sure am. You got anything else?
No, I've got some stuff, but I can always save it.
Yeah, why don't you save
stuff
it?
is more, I like to call it evergreen.
Evergreen stuff?
You and I will make each night a first. Every day a beginning. Spirits rise. I'm on the wrong course. Spirits rise and their dance is unrehearsed. What is it? They warm and invite us, but we have the brightest love. 2 lights that shine as one.
Got the Carpenters?
No, it's Barbra Streisand. Morning
gosh.
sun and midnight sun. Time and love us. Time change the meaning of one love. Da, 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 evergreen. Y'all know that song? You don't recognize it from me singing it. I'm going to have to go download that and try
Can you stop for just 2 seconds?
Yeah.
I am Kelly Raspberry, damn it.
There we go.
Why was I stopping?
Just trying to get a drop in.
Evergreen. That's a beautiful song.
Maybe the original.
I'm telling you, what I sang was not even close. But I don't think I've heard that song in over 20 years, so I think it's pretty good doing that from memory.
Barbra Streisand, huh?
Oh, it's a beautiful song, yeah. You don't have to like her personally to appreciate her music.
I don't like her personally, or I don't like her music. Either
Well,
one.
there you go.
Yeah.
You're wrong about that. Her music's good.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
All right, babe. Well, I love you desperately.
I love you.
Love our listeners desperately.
Love y'all.
I love those 2 guys that rolled into the Texas A&M Texas game desperately. That takes a lot of guts.
They just screwed up with the name tag.
They just screwed up with the name
messed
tag.
up there.
Love Emma Kelly's tattoo on her head desperately. And I am sure we will podcast again real soon. And the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good when you have a good sandwich.